This is TJ Legacy, host of the Soapboxx Podcast, the live. This is TJ Legacy, host of the Soapboxx Podcast. The live stream will start shortly, but make sure you like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and tell all of your friends and family that the most infamous podcast on all your streaming services is about to go live.
TJ, what's goody? It's HB. Can I just big you up real quick with what you're doing with the Soapboxx? Listen, anytime somebody takes their platform to educate and inform the culture of hip-hop with politics, pop culture, doing what you're doing and being responsible with your platform, I can't do nothing but salute you, TJ. Keep doing what it do. Keep repping for the culture. Nothing but love and respect for me, baby. Peace.
Tell me what's really good. It's Peter Rosenberg, Hot 97, ESPN, WWE, Cheap Heat Podcast, all that. Big shout out to my peoples over at the Soapboxx, all right? My man TJ, Legacy Cole, the whole Soapboxx crew. Incredible new podcast, all right? Politics, pop culture, hip-hop, even wrestling on occasion. It's all there. So go subscribe and make sure you tune in to the Soapboxx. TJ, what up, man? Appreciate you.
Peace to the planet. Charlemagne the God here. What's happening, TJ Legacy Cole? Salute to you, King. Salute to the Soapboxx Podcast. The Soapboxx Podcast is an independent black media podcast, and they talk hip-hop, politics, pop culture, mental health, social justice, a lot of my favorite subjects. Check them out, man. Tune in, subscribe to them. You never know. I'm out here looking at all the different podcasts that are moving and shaking out here, because, you know, I got the Black Effect Podcast Network, so I'm going to be checking y'all out, TJ. All right? Keep working.
What's going on? We are joined with the best podcast host a host could ever ask for. We got all the way from NYC, my man 50 Grand. What's going on out York?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Connection issues? Of course we are.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling wonderful, TJ. I'm glad to be here with the gang. How you feeling, man? Outside of the cricket.
I'm feeling good. Of course, we have connections issues. As soon as I get on air, we have connection issues. So, but we good. We making it do what it do. What up, Jesse, lady from the north? What's going on, Jesse? How you doing?
What's popping? What's good? How y'all feeling? I hope y'all feeling good, because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling blessed and highly favored and happy to be here. I look forward to Thursdays because I could be here with y'all. And you know what? I ain't got no social life, so this is the most I can get, and I'm happy to be here with y'all today.
Amen. Amen to that. I ain't got a social life either. I just realized all my friends is all over the place. And what's up, What's up, Coach Giovanni? Rocking the throwback. We gotta get new shirts. The throwback Soapboxx edition shirt.
A bit, but my head might be.
She in her work uniform. I like that. See, professional, not like the other two. Professional.
Yeah.
What's up, Soapboxx Nation? How is we 6 months in now? The year we got July, August, September, October, November, December left. Plan.
Yeah.
Goals.
Absolutely.
It's that time of the year to be trying to do all those different types of things. So I'm blessed and favored as of today.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And let's check in with Soapboxx Nation. Well, I appreciate you and everybody on Soapboxx Nation. Tuning in to the podcast live, of course. Make sure y'all follow us, Soapboxx Podcast. That's Soapboxx Podcast with 2 X's, right? It says, hey, showing some love, the best and highest love for your girl Maya in California. Yo, shout out to Maya. She hit me up. Maya had a little. I don't know if you want to talk about your thing that you told me about. You want to get some advice from the ladies? We could do that on the show, but I don't want to put your business out there. But if you want to talk about it, you could leave us a comment and maybe I'll bring it up on the show. I don't want to put your business out there, but
Shout out
she
to Maya for
said something
real,
about
because she's always showing
That's
out
what's
every show, every episode. She's always there. So
yeah.
shout out
That's
to
what's right.
Maya.
She said
Thank you, Maya.
the amazing Alan. Okay.
The amazing
And she said the lovely
Hey.
It's
the
coming from
amazing
everybody.
Alan.
The beautiful Jazz.
Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh. You're making me blush.
And the beautiful Jess. All right, man. Let's get to it. Let's start talking. What's up, Soapbox Nation? Yo, our man Alan York went to Chicago, man. Tell us about your trip, man.
Man, so I guess this will be an official endorsement. So last weekend, I had the pleasure to attending something that's called the Hyde Park Festival. From speaking with the locals, this is actually a festival that ran every single year until Corona hit. So it's been gone the last 2 years. But when they came back, they actually revamped it. Previously, it was more just like a vendor fair, picnic, but this time it was kind of like a concert. It had a couple of nice features. This was actually a 2-day event, but I only went to the Saturday event because that had the bulk of the people that I enjoyed. So the event ran from
Saturday.
I'm gonna get into that. So the event ran from 10 to 12. From 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. I probably didn't get there till 2:30 because I had a morning flight, right? So what they had was a beer garden as well that you can opt to buy extra tickets for. So it will be around 15 beer vendors, and you would get like a tiny cup to where you can try all of their beers. I did not get through all 15, but it was a good time. Now for the headliners kind of started at 4:30 for me. Anyway, 4:30, Lupe Fiasco performed. So shout out to Lupe.
Who?
Lupe
Okay.
Fiasco.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Did he do
was
Kick Push?
So essentially, the way that it was billed, it was that he was going to do the Cool album in its entirety, mainly because this year is the 15th anniversary of the Cool album. So for me, going to see Lupe in Chicago was the main selling point for me, and I'm glad to do that. That's like seeing MJ in Chicago or Brady in New England, like seeing one of the greatest be in their hometown. He did do probably half of the Cool just because of the time restriction, and then he went into all the his hits. So it was a really good time. And then after that, had a little break. Then Ashanti came out. Ashanti did a wonderful performance. Shout out to Ashanti. I actually had forgotten that she was going to be there until I got there. And then the close, they did have some technical difficulties, but they started at around 9:30. Busta Rhymes came out. So Busta Rhymes came down, tore the house down. At 10 o'clock, he did something that was cool because, obviously that apart, there's strict curfews there. And he was like, yo, please just give me 2 more songs. I got out here a little late because of whatever. Just please give me 2 more songs. So he was able to convince the cops to let him do 2 more songs. So shout out to Busta Rhymes. All in all, it was a wonderful event. Went off without a hitch. A lot of beautiful Black people, a lot of great vendors. Got to try some local food. So shout out to Chicago. So I was only there for a couple of days. Had a wonderful day. Had a wonderful time the rest of those days as well. But
Alan, did you say the name of the event so everybody know what you're talking about?
Hyde Park Festival. Hyde Park Festival is the name of the event. It was a 2-day event. The second day was more R&B centric, but it was dope. They also had some really good guests. DJ Jazzy Jeff, BJ the Chicago Kid, and Gene Aiko. Pardon me if I'm messing up the name, was the closer. So
Janae Aiko.
Janae, I always messed it up. Sorry, Janae, I love you. So yeah, that second night was also good as well. So, within the next couple of years, feel free to take a look at it, take a peek at it. So I thought it was really good.
Man. Mark wants to know for Soapbox Nation, did you wear that terrible Yankees hat in Chi-Town?
You know what? Normally I would. This time I didn't. I did not. Because, I pack light. I pack light. I only brought one hat.
So you
but funny you say that. I actually was able to go to a White Sox game and a Cubs game while I was down there as well. So I definitely got the baseball flavor out of it.
Wait, so you went to Wrigley?
Yeah, I went to Wrigley. On a Monday night. They got beat, but it was cool. Wonderful atmosphere. I was kind of towards the outfield on the side. It was a good time. And then Guarantee Park, where the White Sox play, I was able to do that on Sunday. So that was a good time as well. Got me a little souvenir, you know. So all in all, man, shout out to Chicago, man.
Shout
Yeah, man.
out.
Sorry that we definitely couldn't make it because of you know
Life. Yeah.
But yo, I'm telling you, man, I'm really thinking about going to Vegas in October, killing a couple birds with a stone. You know, so I don't know, and I still want us to do a live show this year. It's been too long. It's been and I know last time we did a live show, it was in October around my birthday as well. But yeah, we got to figure that out. Miami is definitely still optioned. I mean, if we got to, I mean, I really don't want to do Atlanta, but hey, you know. But yeah, man, that's real dope. Did anybody else do anything interesting over the weekend? I mean, Alan was outside.
Outside.
I was crying that I didn't get to go to Chicago because, you know, I had my Hyde Park Festival ticket and I was unable to go. So I was crying inside of my house by myself, not by myself, but, you know, I was a little sad about that. But I mean, but what I will say is it was my son's 5th birthday. So
I saw that on Instagram. Yeah, happy birthday.
So we got to go to a place called Starland, and he had a blast. They had laser tag, golf, race cars, bumper cars. They had different type of rides, baseball. What is it when you hit the ball? What is it called?
Golf?
Baseball. No, baseball. Baseball. No, but it's something called. It's called like baseball pit. Like you know, like when you go and you get to hit the balls.
Yeah, when they
a batter's cage.
Yeah, batter's cage. That's what it is.
Oh, okay, yeah,
we went to that.
Okay.
There was arcades, and then we came back and we sang happy birthday. He had 2 cakes and cupcakes, so it was a ball. He had mad fun. I was happy for him. I wasn't feeling good, but he was happy, so I was happy. So I would say that even though I couldn't go to Chicago, my weekend was a success because my baby was happy, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, so a part of you, a part of you. So wait a minute, hold on. Let's rewind back. So a part of you were considering going to Chicago, even though you knew it was your birthday weekend.
Yeah, so I had already bought my ticket. Yes, I had already bought my ticket and everything.
But then you had to change your heart.
No, like I literally couldn't go. TJ, shut your ass up. Like I literally couldn't go. But listen, because look, I had already. No, she didn't.
No,
I already knew.
Mamas need to have a good time too.
I already knew. TJ, you an instigator.
You was gonna run the streets and abandon your child at home for his 5th birthday. Is that what you was gonna do?
You got jokes, TJ. No, I definitely did. I had brought my ticket, but the plane ticket that I was supposed to come back home was for Sunday morning, like early, like 7 o'clock in the morning. So when I came home, I would have made it in time to do all the festivities because we didn't end up going to Starland until like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon anyways. So I could have made it to Chicago and back for my baby. I was gonna do both.
And that's why she was gonna come a couple days before I got there. So
look at Giovanni,
all right, TJ, okay.
You set her priorities straight.
No, we had to clear it. No, what we did was we cleared it up for anybody who had a question about the
exactly.
For the
Thank
record,
you, Jay.
I don't remember what I did for my 5th birthday. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Aw. No, I wanted it to be special for him, but regardless, TJ, you annoying ass and I would have been there for his birthday, period, no matter what, Chicago or not.
I know, you're a great mom. We all know that, but I just thought it was funny the way Jay said that. She's a journalist, and she set up that thought-provoking question.
I can't wait to do a live show with TJ face to face. Like, I can't wait.
I need to
okay, let me shout out to my friend Gibson who just commented, and he left a comment about a battling cage. Thank you for joining. That is my good friend.
Battling cage. Yes, I saw that. We got some Mark, and Anton. Yeah, we got some new faces. That's commented. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yo, Maya, if you're in the comment section, did hit me up because she wanted us to do I remember because she wanted us to do a show about relationships because Maya, and I've actually noticed this because I've talked to some ladies at the gym in passing and stuff, like it's 'tis the season because Maya had a breakup, right? And so she wanted to get some.
Is she okay us telling that?
You said what?
Is she okay us telling that? What if the boyfriend's watching? He doesn't know.
I hear you.
If he's watching it, she'll us.
No,
You just lost on a dime piece.
Okay.
No. I asked her if she wanted to share, and she said, yeah, she was cool. So that's why I shared, because I said I didn't want to go out there and tell her business. All right. Okay. So, so she, if you have any questions or you want some advice,
We got you.
From the ladies, or even us, you're welcome to put your comment in the comment section, and we will listen to your comments and whatever, because clearly I know what I'm talking about when it comes to relationships. As you can see,
hold on. No, I don't think we concluded our how is everyone doing.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I don't think we did, Giovanni.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I don't think we concluded our how is everyone's, and I wanted to make sure that we got everyone included. I don't think we went to you, so let us know how you're doing. Let us know about the name change and how your weekend was. Thank you.
We also did me,
Thank
but
you.
I don't give a fuck about that. He cares about Giovanni. Giovanni, okay.
Thank you.
Let's make sure we get to you, Giovanni. Sorry, forgive us.
Yeah, so I guess back to me, what was I saying at the very beginning? Remember I was saying life is good, and I was just saying like, we got 6 months left. This is the month where I feel like I am using these next 6 months for strategizing, and just restoring certain things in myself. The new name has become, because I'm going through like a rebirth period, and I'm finally feel like I'm stepping into my strengths, my core strengths, and coach. Might as well just call me coach. Like people literally, I get them phone calls like, I'm ready to get in the game. Like, is it time? And I give them advice like, you got this, you can do it. And so I think I am, the name fits me. I'm well deserving of the name. So yeah. And actually, so what took place over this weekend, I've been in a coaching conference.
You should be Jeff's maid coach.
Huh?
What?
Remember that show Made? Remember Made on MTV where they would like make like I want to be like prom king or whatever? You should be Jeff's maid coach. That should be your first assignment.
First of all, TJ, I don't know if you're trying to play me or not, TJ, but Jay, I'm definitely for it, because if anybody's going to do that for me, it's definitely going to be you. But TJ, if you're trying to play me,
we're going to get all y'all together. But I went to a coaching conference. I'm trying to get my credentials in coaching. So far I have 40 hours. I have to get like 70 to be credentialed. So
look, I need coaching. Let me know what I gotta do. I'll pay you and everything.
We're gonna do all of that. Yeah, we're gonna do all of that. So
I'm dead ass, Jay. I'm not even playing. I will pay you and everything.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Wait a minute. All this free advice I've been giving just all these years, and it's just been falling on deaf ears.
It's not about you, TJ. It's not about you, TJ. Jay, go ahead, continue.
No, I'm just saying I'm gonna try to take on 3 paid clients for 6 weeks.
All right.
And that's the first time that I'm making this announcement. So
I'm gonna pay you.
So now I have 2 available seats left.
Let's go.
No. You got 1 available seat because I already told you I'm the next client.
Right, you got where? Right, so I got 2 left.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, I got 2 left. But let me tell you, these are my main things that I'm gonna be trying to focus on.
All right.
Who you are, what you want to do, how you want to do it, and whatever goal that you're at right now, how can we improve it and get you to another level? So those are the things that I'll be focusing on. A lot of the trying to debunk disbelief and the whole process of like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to do it. I just need somebody to structure me and coach me through it. I'm gonna be a girl. I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. I'm gonna let you think that process through, but I'm gonna make sure I pull it out of you. So it's gonna be real good.
I love that.
So
I can't wait
what
to
kind of
start working
advice?
with you.
What kind of advice? Let's do some. Can we do some role play? Like what kind of advice, Maya? If you are in the comment section, this would be a great time for you to chime in on what you got going on, because I really want to
For
know
sure.
what kind of advice would you give to someone that is in. Is it just women or is it men too?
For right now, I'm gonna be focusing on women.
On women.
Ours.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Like
Well,
that.
just say, do you have a crisis of that you would? Can we do some role playing? Maybe
But
we
in
can do
this
like a
setting, of
live.
course, you and Alan are welcome. I'm just saying in general, like in this setting, it could be anybody, man or woman.
Yeah, in this setting, let's
Oh,
go with.
I'm homeless.
All right, let's
I'm
go
gonna need more
TJ
than 6
and
weeks.
Alan.
Let me just let you know.
But it's okay. Give a scenario, because me, I'm definitely doing it, and it's gonna be a paid service because I believe in Jay, and I already know that she's gonna take me to where I need to get to. But since she only focuses on women, I'm gonna be fair. And TJ and Alan, if y'all got anything, go ahead, bring it up.
You know what? I don't want Giovanni to give up too much game. So I am not going to answer.
You know what?
Because
I will bring something up. I'll bring something up because I talked to a girl at the gym today, and first of all, stop it. Streets. The feds is watching.
Don't say too much.
But that's twice. That's why.
No, because her story was kind of okay. So yesterday, right, and I'm not saying her name, so hopefully she doesn't watch this later on down the road. I was waiting to use the cage in the gym to work out, and then I saw her. Usually she's like chipper or whatever, and we never really had like a big conversation other than, hey, are you using this machine? Yada yada yada. But she said she looked like really sad. I was like, yo, you good? It's just something that made me say, like, you good. And she was like, I just found out that my boyfriend of 2 years just cheated on her. Right?
Her what of 2 years?
And
you broke up a little bit.
Her boyfriend of 2 years cheated on her birthday, which was yesterday.
Motherfucker.
And the girl who she, I guess, had a rivalry with or whatever, that she didn't like, or the girl didn't like her, the way she found out about her boyfriend cheated on her, the girl actually sent her video of her hooking up with her boyfriend.
No.
And sent it to her on her birthday. So after 2 years, they broke. That's how she found out and broke up. And she just turned 20.
Wow.
So I would say, given that, if a girl goes and tells you something like that, Giovanni, what advice would you give someone like that?
Well, first I would ask her what issue is it that she's trying to fix. Like, I mean, to be honest, something that I feel like I'm learning is like I'm not going to be giving advice unless it's asked for. So, in her situation, let's just say maybe she wants to figure out how to get over him. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I would just ask her, like, what does it look like to get over him? And she would have to tell me what that looks like. I feel like my advice to her would be to really just figure it out for herself, because relationships look different for everybody these days. And forgiveness is different for everybody these days. Pain is going to be different. And at this time, it's definitely going to be important for her to allow the feelings to exist instead of trying to bury them. And it's okay for her to be upset. It's okay for her to be sad. It's okay for her to be disappointed. Lean on the people that's close to her right now. Don't try to feel like she still has to be this strong woman. Oh, F that man, I'm gonna get over him and find me somebody else. It's just like, no, you could be hurt and you could be mad about it for a little bit. You know, you don't have to do this whole move on quickly process just to prove a point. But yeah, I would really just tell her, like, sit in those feelings for a little bit. So if he try to come back, you know what that feels like. But sometimes we sit in our feelings, and that's why we continue to let people come back and forth in our lives and play with us, because we try to get over it so fast. But it's like when you sit in those feelings and then you remember those days, like, no, I cried 5 days straight or no, I couldn't even eat for a week, or I was sick to my stomach, I couldn't keep nothing down and I was throwing up. Stuff like that make you not want to go back to those same situations. And it's not even just you. Your body's going to tell you, like, that's not good for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you get in a situation like that and you immediately go back, your mind might tell you it's not that bad. Remember, you went back last time. But if you sit in your emotions a little bit, your mind's going to tell you, remember last time how you stuck it through and you felt better in the end versus when you went back. So yeah, I think we just need to slow down at the breakups. I'm not saying you don't have to date. I'm just saying that if you do date, still know that those feelings of resentment, anger, and sadness can still exist. So,
Jay, can I ask you something though? Like going off of what you just said, there are some women who are in those situations and they'll go back to those people who hurt them because the people who hurt them will make it seem like, I'll never do this to you again. Like, I love you. And, like what happened, but I'll never ever do it again to you. So for the women who like take men back who have hurt them or cheated or broke their heart, whatever the case may be, like what advice do you give to them who are like trying to work it out with these people or with this man or woman, whoever, who cheated on them or who hurt them? What advice do you have for them moving forward?
So my advice to women when we go back is you don't have to wait until it gets worse. And I feel like that's something that we do even in relationships. Is like we can make our mind up that somebody is not good for us, but we need something to really prove it.
Right.
And I feel like that's a point where you're like, you have to ask yourself, what will it take for you to leave? And if what it will take for you to leave is like, let's just say catching somebody cheating in your bedroom, then that's probably what's going to happen before you get to leave, if that makes sense. So a lot of times we wait until the scenario actually takes place. Sometimes when they say, when we say the situation isn't working and I want to get out of the situation and we don't, 9 times out of 10 is because we feel like something hasn't validated the actual breakup. And so my question, not even necessarily advice, is like, are you waiting for it to are you trying to see what else could this person do to me to really make me want to leave? And it doesn't take all of that. You could literally not want to be with somebody because of a simple reason as they didn't call me back like they said they would. Oh, if that's like that relationship could end. It doesn't always have to be some extreme, oh, well, he didn't cheat on me, so I'm still gonna stay, or she didn't she was faithful to me or whatever for a little bit while it lasted. And I feel like as human beings, it's like we wait until sometimes we really get that pain, and then we're finally like, okay, I'm done. Now we really have to start training ourselves. Like, why are you waiting for it to get worse?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know
what?
You really know. I'm listening.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, like, I don't think I'm gonna talk to her again at the gym because she actually, offended me. After I asked her, she was like, you're a really nice guy. And I said, how dare you? And I walked away. So like, don't you insult me. Don't call me a nice guy. We know we know that when a woman tells you you're a nice guy, that is the closest thing to an insult in 2022. Don't you dare call somebody a nice guy.
Well, TJ, did you give her? This is probably something that could mitigate that opinion.
That's tongue in cheek, guys. Tongue in cheek.
Something that could mitigate that opinion of yourself to her is: did you invite her to listen to the Soapbox?
That's a good idea.
Did I invite her? Did I invite her
to listen to the Soapbox?
Like, yeah. Did you say, "Oh, thank you. You think I'm a really nice guy? Well, why don't you watch me on the Soapbox Podcast?"
Exactly. You should listen to my podcast, Nice Guy Podcast.
No, I actually like when I'm in the gym. No, you know what I did tell her? To be honest with you, I told her that. Wait, can you guys hear me? Am I breaking up?
Yeah. You are breaking up, but you're good now.
Can y'all hear me?
So there's no Soapbox promo.
Okay. No, what I told her was, how do you? I was like, I asked her what she was working on, and she's working on legs because most women work on legs, most men work on body. And she was like, yeah, I'm trying to get my legs bigger. I was like, well, how do you do that? She was like, oh, I'm just gonna, she was like, I'm doing exercises and squat. I'm like, yeah, but if you understand about working out, you understand about muscles. In order for you to grow bigger muscles, you have to tear the muscle, right? And so I told her, your heart is the same way. Sometimes in order for you to understand or the capacity that you have to love a person, you have to have it tear first. And this is part of those growing pains that you have to go through. And so, it's just
right. That's a bar. Barred up. Now it's kind of barred.
You was playing no game.
So, right? That's impressive. Impressive.
So
she wasn't ready for all that, TJ.
I was like, I said the gym is like a big hospital. So you're in the. I said, so you're in the right place.
Hold up.
Do it again.
Did all of this really happen?
I swear to God, this actually happened. This is a conversation I had today.
Okay.
I don't want to say the girl's name, but I swear to God,
finish your gym in the hospital metaphor.
We had a conversation. Never really had a big. I swear to God. That's what
No. I said.
No, we believe you.
Finish the gym as a hospital metaphor.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
just give him time.
Well, I call the gym and the church are a hospital. Like everybody who goes to the gym, there has to be a reason that got you there, right? Either you are hurt, right? Either you are hurt and you're now trying to recover, and so you're in the gym, or you're in the gym because you're trying to heal up and you're trying to repair something.
Mm-hmm.
So the gym is it's just a big ass hospital. Some people go there because of their mental health. Some people go there to recover. Some people go there to release. It's a big ass hospital. Church is the same way. Unless you're like a kid who's like you don't have really a choice to go to church. But most of the people are going to church to seek some sort of healing or some sort of enlightenment. And people that like go to the gym consistently, they're going because it either makes them feel good, it helps them think, it helps it helps their everyday life. It's a part of their lifestyle. I know for me, it's a big part of my mental health and releasing and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely told her that, like, because that's how your muscles grow. In order for your muscles to grow, you have to tear the muscle. And so in order for you, like, if you don't get your heart broken, I don't think you can be with someone that hasn't had their heart broken. Because they don't understand.
What?
There's a deeper sense of love. Yeah, there's a deeper sense of love that you have to like tap into to actually understand a person or to really appreciate what you have. So, the fact that she's 20 years old and this is probably one of her first major heartbreaks of a guy she's been with for 2.5 years, and she's sitting there like, in the gym, just kind of somber, wiping her eyes or whatever. Like, I like when I'm in the gym, like that's one of the houses, like a sanctuary for me now. So like any sort of like energy that's not good or whatever, I kind of notice it, and I'm like, all right. So something just told me to just ask her, and I think being human, I also think that a lot of times people, especially women, aren't guys asking them how they're actually doing without trying to sleep with them. So I think that's where the nice guy comment came of, like, hey, you just wanted to talk to me and you wasn't trying to spin no game. You just kind of was like, all right, well, you'll be all right. Hope things get better. And then I just kind of went off about my business. But, you never know. People kind of just need to hear, a kind word or a word of encouragement to kind of keep going. Y'all don't do that? Like, I don't know. I find myself, I don't really do people that often, but like I've had people randomly come up to me when I've had like a bad day or going through something, like people I don't know or strangers, and just be like, yo, man, hey, whatever you got going on, keep going, keep going. And
yeah,
they don't know what you're really doing. And so who knows why I was, what provoked me to actually talk to this girl who I've seen in the gym before, but we've never actually had a conversation. But that's a shitty thing to go through on your 20th birthday, to know that your man left your birthday dinner and then he went to go hook up with the girl, and the girl sends you video of her hooking up with your boyfriend of 2.5 of
Believe
2.5
it or not,
years.
that happened to me when I probably was maybe 17, maybe.
Yeah. But you know what?
That's fucked up. You see, guys, they have a way of. No, I'm not even saying. Okay, all right. Let me not generalize. But some guys, they have their way of like really breaking girls' hearts. But I'm not even gonna lie. There's girls who have ways of breaking guys' hearts. I mean, me personally, I've gone through some really trauma heartbreaks. I've gone through heartbreaks that till this day, like I can remember them because they've really hurt. But like when I sit back and I think of heartbreaks, I think about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan.
That man broke.
And TJ, I'm only laughing because of you. Just so you know, I'm not laughing at Michael B. Jordan's pain. I'm laughing because of you.
I blame
TJ.
you.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not, because I feel for Michael B. Jordan. I really do. So I'm laughing because of you, TJ. I'm laughing because of you, because of our previous shows, because of all the smack you talks, because I know that you were one of the first to gloat when it was announced that they broke up. And me personally, like, I don't know them personally. I don't know their relationship, but it hurt me because, like, we've been talking about it on the Soapbox, and I was advocating for their relationship, which obviously did not work. But you can tell that he's hurt, and I did feel sorry for him. I really did, TJ Legacy Cole.
You're lying. I don't believe you 1 second. I don't believe you.
I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm dead serious.
Listen, I'm trying to cue it up. Y'all lucky my damn internet is, because I'm in that spot, is messing up. So I'm gonna stop doing it before it really goes crazy. Listen. Listen. When it comes to Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey, I'm gonna just say this, all right? Because I know y'all not gonna give me that I was right, but I was right. And here's why. Because I have the clip, and if y'all want to go, there's 2 episodes we talked about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. The episode is Insurrection. Erection, episode 77. And when I gave the apology on Faking the Funk, which is the episode on the Soapbox episode.
That's fine. You can play those back. But at the end of the day, and I will think that my co-hosts agree with me, we thought that they would last. And not even that, they did last. They lasted for a pretty long time compared to what you said, TJ, because if you go back, and I don't know if your episode reflects on that, but if you go back to the episode when they first started dating, you predicted that they will be done within a few months. I believe it was Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. That was when you predicted that they would be done. Yeah, I wish we could go back, but I don't have the episode on hand. But I'm pretty sure that you said Thanksgiving, that you said that they would be done. And if we could go back to that episode, maybe not this one that you're about to show. You definitely said that. I'm gonna go back to the one that you said Thanksgiving because I remember that.
Go get your receipt, Jess. Go get your receipt.
I'm gonna get my receipt.
Hold on.
Go ahead, do your thing, Playboy.
Kim has filed for divorce. Now there were rumors that he was
in his mental state. I think she's been in the media wise. She's been. It's one thing to divorce Kanye, but it's another thing. Hold on. I had a cue. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, this was way before this episode.
That's really started the launch of reality TV.
Way before this episode, my boy.
But also ironic in a way. See this episode. Okay, let me tell you what I said.
Yeah, right? Go ahead.
Let me tell you. I know, because I actually went through all these episodes last week. And these were we talked about it twice. It was this actually 3 times. There's this episode, the episode where you were hosting, where you were hosting when I was in Pensacola, and then there was another one, Faking the Funk. You and Alan yourself when I said Elron, and Alan raised hands like he won some sort of championship. It's very embarrassing. I don't want to play it because it might hurt his career in hip hop because it was just
Don't do that to my boy. Don't do that.
So, but what I said about Lori Harvey was this. I actually said Michael B. Jordan is good. I actually was in support of their relationship. What I said was, don't get her pregnant. And I said, she's just a fun girl. I said, she's not yours. It's just your turn. I said, you don't get attached to someone like Lori Harvey because she's young. She wants to just be out there. And so you go ahead, two beautiful people coming together. Y'all go ahead and y'all have your fun. She's just fun. And that's when Jesse and her minion was like, wait a minute. What if it's true love? What if it's true love? What if they really love each other? What if they really like each other?
Michael B. Jordan really did love her. He did.
Hold on. I'm not done. And I said, wait a minute. You don't wife a woman like that. You don't do that. I said, it's about value system. Then I played the clip of Michael B. Jordan saying he wants what his mom and dad had. He's just afraid to be alone because he said, look, in Hollywood, it's hard for him to meet a girl. It's hard for him to meet a girl that's genuine, that actually likes him for him and not his status or whatever. I said, Michael, go ahead. Have your fun with Lori Harvey. Sure. And I also played the clip of Lori Harvey and why, I don't know if I still have it. Of course. I also played
We remember this one, TJ. We remember that one. Trust me.
But in all seriousness, I will say this, right? I saw this coming. Look, I'll just say I'm not going to dwell on it and I'm not going to gloat because I know I was right and I was pressured into my whole was I a little premature as far as the whole they won't last but a couple months? Yes, I probably should have watched that video I just played a couple more times to understand that you don't leave that after a couple months. Mm-hmm. But as far as her, I was right. Her value system. And then the reason as to why he wanted to be proposed and get serious, and she wanted to still be out there. You have fun with someone like Lori Harvey. You don't wipe her up because their value systems did not match. When you date somebody, a son, and then you go ahead and you date the father right after the son, your value systems is fucked up. That's not so. She's a fun girl. And with fun girls, there's some women out there that are just classified as fun. Just as some dudes out there, women know, oh, that's community dick. Right? So just because she's a fun girl doesn't matter. He shouldn't be upset. It was just his turn, and now his turn is over. And she leveled up dating Michael B. Jordan. And it's not now that I'm gonna gloat. I'm just gonna wait until to do the next dude that she's with. Similar to Megan Good, she could have chose Alan, but she chose some battle rapper dude who's got all these, tattoos and after this Christian preacher dude, because he was playing a role. What's really gonna make y'all sick, and I know y'all gonna be mad at this for me saying this, what's really gonna make y'all sick is when Sierra switches up to Russell Wilson and leaves his ass. That's what's really gonna make y'all sick.
That's not gonna happen. Whatever.
I'm gonna let y'all have that. Alan, speak for yourself. I was very embarrassed looking back at these clips, and I would advise you, Alan, not to be on Jesse's side of her shenanigans.
Okay.
It's just unbecoming a co-host.
All I'm saying,
whatever.
The only
I want to thank Giovanni. Hold on. I want to thank Giovanni for her support and her receipts because she knew TJ called it. He said what type of woman she was, and she ended up being the same type of woman that he said that she was going to be. She's just for fun, and he should have just had fun. He got caught up, and guess what? Now, Michael B. Jordan, like I said before, he has a choice to make. Is he going to be the villain, or is he going to be the hero? Is he going to say, hey, this pain that I feel, I'm gonna make sure it don't happen to nobody else, and I'm gonna sit there and heal from it? Or is he gonna be like Drake, who has a new album coming out, and just be a complete savage?
Yes, he does. He does. I've been there.
He might be out there. He might get out there, y'all. He might.
Good for Michael B.
No,
Jordan.
I really do believe that Michael B. Jordan is. We don't know him, but he seems like a person that really stands on his beliefs and values. Like,
yeah, he does.
I've listened to interviews. Who interviewed him? Issa Rae had interviewed him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he just was kind of just not really like into the whole clout chasing. He was saying he don't even really like social media like that. And I get from him, like, he's one of those people, like, I don't have to post to prove it.
She wiped him from her social media. Did y'all see that?
He what?
She wiped him off of her social media.
Yeah. How afterwards,
but she's still on his, right?
Huh?
She's still on his, right? That's what.
Yeah, she's still on his, but she erased him.
Whatever, like.
It'd be like that in
relationships. It's just, it's just like Drake said in one of his songs. I wish people would tell me exactly what they're trying to get out of me, but the first time that they speak to me.
Yeah, you're right, Giovanni. You're right, Coach. You're right, Coach.
And you know what, Jay? You're right. Maybe she did not verbalize like what her true intentions were. Maybe she didn't, because like if you looked at the scope of their relationship, he was going in for her in so many ways. And the rumor is, which is not proven, again, it's a rumor, so the Soapbox does not endorse. Yeah, no. They don't say that it's true, but that he had proposed to her and like, you know, whatever, she rejected it. That we cannot say that is the truth, but if that is the case,
I've never heard that one.
Yeah, I've been seeing it everywhere.
Sources, plenty of sources.
Yeah. I've been seeing it everywhere, and he even brought like a whole new like $1 million house and stuff like that, and people were like, oh, like he brought this house for them, yada yada yada. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like right after he bought that house, maybe like not too long after, it was announced that they had broken up. And I don't know if that's the case or whatever the case may be, but I feel this is what I will say, and this is me speaking from my perspective, TJ Legacy Cole. This is what I will say, is that if you're in a relationship with a dude, right? If you're a fun girl, like TJ says, I think that it would be like, you should be up and honest about that. If you're just trying to have fun, because it's not right, in my opinion, to be with a man who's doing everything for you to later on be like, yeah, no, that's not really my expectations. Like, wait.
I'm asking you a question.
Wait. It's not fair to be with a man who's doing everything for you to later on be like, yeah, no, that's not really my vibe. Like, I'm just trying to have fun. Like, I don't think that's right. Correct. But I feel like if you're upfront and you're like, hey, like, no, like, you know, I'm just trying to live my life and I don't really want to commit to anything. There's a difference here. Now, I can't speak on Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan because I personally do not know what their relationship was like behind closed doors. I don't know if she told him that and he thought that, hey, maybe I could change her. I don't know if maybe she didn't tell him that and she led him on. I don't know what the situation is. So I can't speak on that because I don't know what their conversations behind closed doors was. Yeah, what I will say. Go ahead. No, all I'm saying is what I will say is that me speaking personally is that I would never lead a man on like that. Like if I know like you're really into me and you're doing all of these things for me, like everybody's like, yes, relationship goals, like stuff that another guy probably would have never did for me. Like I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, look, I appreciate all that you're doing for me, but I'm not looking for nothing serious. You know, that's me. But we don't know
John,
what Lori
you hear
Harvey
this explaining?
I'm just saying we don't know what their relationship was like behind closed doors. We don't know what their conversations were.
Giovanni, do you hear this? Giovanni, do you hear this explaining that's going on here?
It's the life.
Let me tell you something. Remember what it here's the you know why I say it's explaining? Because lo and behold, if Lori Harvey, if news came out, Giovanni, and I'm talking to Giovanni, I'm not talking to the other co-hosts. All right,
Okay,
I'm not talking
talk
to
to us
the other
then.
two. I'm talking to just. I'm talking to the coach. Giovanni.
Coach, push him in the game.
Giovanni, how long we've been on this podcast for a while. How different would this commentary be if reports came out that Lori Harvey wanted to get married to Michael B. Jordan and she was ready to settle down and commit, and Michael B. Jordan said, nah, I still want to go out there and run the street. How different would this commentary be? Lord, Giovanni, we would be all sorts of sons of bitches and niggas ain't shit and all stuff. We would, Giovanni, tell the truth.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan chooses to be a hoe.
But listen,
You didn't hear what I said, though, TJ. You're not hearing what I said.
I gave you a turn, man. But remember when he came out, little turtle and nugget, and he went and he got her he rented out the aquarium and all sorts of stuff. You know why she didn't tell him? Because she knew that if she told him the truth, that she wouldn't get the benefits of the clout. She wouldn't get the benefits of the treatment because he was never treating her as just a fun girl. She knew that he was treating her as someone who was going to be a potential life partner. And she knew, hey, if I tell him a couple months ago, but she knew at that point it's put up or shut up time. So when he's proposing and I didn't hear the house thing, but damn, if he was buying a house because he still lived with his parents or his parents lived with him. So if he was really gonna move in with her or whatever, but then rumors had it that she might be dating somebody else already. So which means if she might be dating somebody else already, that means she probably was dating them while he was with him too. So we just gotta call it. And I'm cool with having these conversations. What I'm not cool with is at least being like, hey, Lori Harvey's wrong. This type of action is wrong. And admonishing the women that do the wrong thing, just like how we would admonish Safari or Future or all these other dudes that we say, right? I'm talking to Giovanni. That's all I'm asking, Giovanni. I just want fair
clarification. We need clarification. Just for the Soapboxx Nation.
And by the way, I just want to say this again for the record. Shame on Alan York. Shame on him for going along.
I was never like I didn't even talk about it.
Look at him back. Look at him moonwalking.
No. Listen. I said the only difference that you and I had, and the funny thing is, you really just admitted this as well. You just said your original point was Michael B. Jordan and her are just fun, right? That was your original point. You said they're just.
That was my advice. That was my advice to him.
No. Well, not only did you say that, but you backed up your advice by saying that they will only last a couple of months. So
they should have.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that my only rebuttal to that was no, he really likes her. They really like each other. This is not a couple of months thing. And I was correct in that because here we are almost 2 years later talking about this breakup.
They were together a year. Don't give it 2 years.
It was a year. No, it was a year and a half. This was fall 2020, like during the pandemic. So, anyways.
No, it was June. June 2021 is when they got together. I did the research. The research.
They were out on Valentine's Day in 2000.
I can see you. Is that what are you doing?
They were out on Valentine's Day in early 2021. They started dating in late 2020. Anyways, the bottom line is even if there's a 6 months difference, my only rebuttal to your take was these are people who like each other. And you said no, it's not. They'll be done.
Exactly. Oh
that's
my God.
All the other stuff you're talking about was never my beat.
You know what?
We gotta get to the bottom line.
Whenever I say Michael B. Jordan, this is your big brother TJ talking to you. In that video, you guys, this ain't your big brother TJ talking. I said, listen, man, I gave him some advice. And guess what? If Michael B. Jordan had listened to me or listened to the Soapboxx for that initial conversation, he would never be in his feelings right now. But now he's at the game. Now he's at the Golden State Warriors game looking so hurt. But you know what I say?
You blaming
Michael
that man
Jordan.
falling in love? You would fall in love with her.
Who? Lord,
You.
Why are we doing this? We know that she's bad. So why are we doing? What was the point of that?
Research. I'm a journalist. He asked me
You
a
know
question.
how many dudes are with badass women?
Alan asked me a question. I wanted to be thorough with my answer. He said I would fall for her, and I was just like, let me see, because I don't know her personally, so it would have to be the outward exterior. So I was doing my research as a journalist.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Journalistic integrity. Listen, did we not just talk about Nelly's hang dang like a couple of weeks ago? So I don't want to hear it. Okay, we talked about.
I don't remember ever talking about Nelly or his hang dang.
Yes, we did. We talked about it when.
No, I don't remember that. Honestly, I don't remember ever.
Oh, it was our Valentine's Day episode. That was a while ago. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. But we did talk about the potatoes.
I must have not been in that episode because I don't remember that.
You were in that episode. We brought it up. It was your topic. Listen, I watched the Soapbox. Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. We got the moral of the story. So we're gonna hit the moral of the story. It was a good episode. Maya, if you were watching, we try to get you on as far as your topic. Hit us up next week or whatever. I'll give you some solid advice. I don't know about half of us, 50% of us. Between me and Coach, we got you. Between me and Coach, we got you, Maya. I don't know about these other two. Because Alan's out there in these streets, and just making excuses.
First of all, I am in no streets.
Alan is running the streets this summer.
Alan is in
I am in no streets either.
I am in no streets.
Yes, he's in no streets.
I'm saying I am loyal to the story.
Hey,
Same.
all right. So who am I saying? You know what? I'm gonna be gracious.
TJ,
I'm gonna give it to
at
just
the
say. I'm gonna give you the moral of the story. You go ahead. What is your moral of the story, Jesse?
All right, before I tell the moral of the story, let me put my hater blockers on. Because, TJ likes to hate on me or whatever.
I hate her. She's such a psycho.
Look, if you're in a relationship that's not serving you, leave. Get that bread, get that head, then leave. Peace out. Because you are worth so much more. And if somebody breaks your heart, listen, this is so very key, very important. If somebody breaks your heart and you have been nothing but solid, it is their loss, not yours. And I know that shit hurts.
True.
Listen, I know because I've been through it. That shit hurts. It hurts more than anything in the world. You be feeling like, damn, not even my cousin dying could hurt more than this because this heartbreak hurts. But let me tell you something. That hurt is going to teach you. That hurt is going to grow you. That hurt is going to make you be inferior to a lot of shit that you don't even know. Okay? I'm telling you that right now. Do not let one heartbreak define who you are. Do not let that one heartbreak destroy you. Please listen to me. I know, I don't know who watches the Soapboxx Podcast, but listen to me because I've been through so many heartbreaks that I can legitimately, professionally, expertitionally talk about this. Do not let...
What word?
She shut your ass up. Do not let these heartbreaks define you because let me tell you something. These guys who lost you or girls, whatever, you're in the future, when you're ready, you're going to find somebody who is better for you, who is more compatible with you. And that's when these motherfuckers are going to try to spin the block. And that's when you're going to tell them, boy, bye. Because I know what real love is. I know what it is to be loved unconditionally. I know what it is to be loved real. Not like that fake shit that you was trying to do, that cheating shit that you was trying to do. Trust me, it happens. Not everybody is the same. I promise you. Oh my gosh, I wish I could tell you. I promise you that not everybody is the same. And I know this is just the moral of the story, so I should just cut it short right now. But I will just say this. Just know that, and they say this in church all the time, the best is yet to come. I'm going to put my hater blockers on.
Come on.
For TJ. the best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
Appreciate that. You're right. I agree with that moral of the story. That is a prophetic word from. And I just want to say to know, there's a lot of people. I have people in my life. You're probably in the top 5 people that I just find fucking hilarious. You're a character.
Top 5.
Top 5, just.
Okay.
Coach, what is your? Actually, I'm gonna save Coach for last. I'm gonna save you for last. Let's go to the other bad churn.
Services that we getting for free.
Mr. Run the street, Mr. Going out to the wretched, Mr. Big Fun. That's what we call him, Mr. Big Fun.
Yes, Alan Mr.
York.
Big Fun, Alan, the work, y'all.
Mr. Big Fun.
Peace, y'all. I didn't want y'all to hear me giggling like a geek in the background. So, boy, damn. The moral of the story is, how about? All right. So today is one of the biggest pop culture days of the year. We had a Beyonce album announcement. We had a Drake album announcement.
Oh yeah.
We have Game 6 of the NBA Finals tonight, a possible closeout game. The reason I say all that is to say this. There was a quote in The Office that says, if only there was a way to know when the good days were the good days. AKA, we wish we knew when we were living in the good old days. Well, not to spoil it, today is the good old days. This week is the good old days. Whatever present you are in now is the good old days, because you're always going to look back and say, wow, I wish I was more in the moment when this was happening, when that was happening. So as you're going through life, another analogy that I have that goes to baseball, or pardon me, any sports games, none of the games before matter, none of the games ahead have existed. Just stay in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's how more of the story is today. Stay in the moment. Today is the good old days, and you don't want to wish that you was doing a little bit more during this time. You know what I mean? So have a good summer. Have a good Juneteenth.
Yes.
So we're not going to see y'all till after Juneteenth as well. And that's more of the story.
Word. Just so we're clear, because we go through this every year, I want to ask a question on the record, and I want a truthful answer, and I'm gonna need the girls to back me up on this. Sir, when is your birthday?
That's a good question.
When is your birthday? Because every year I know it's in July, but when is your birthday? And I want a specific date. When is your damn birthday?
I want a specific date for the record.
Yeah. I definitely keep my birthday incognito. It's not even on my Facebook. My birthday is July 6th. July 6th. July 6th.
That's the day before my
birthday.
birthday.
You said 6 or 2nd?
6.
6. Okay. All right. That's all. I thought about that this week, because I told myself next year, I was like, we're not gonna have this fiasco every year. So July 6th. Okay.
It's not a fiasco. I'll be keeping it low to the low.
Whatever. Coach Giovanni, what's your moral of the story? Giovanni, I'm loving this look, by the way. The hair and everything, the loop earrings, it's working.
Okay.
On the chain, everything.
It's always working.
Yeah. Well, thank you. What was I getting ready to say? Well, so I guess since you just mentioned a little quick, just run this through real quick. Y'all know I've been a news reporter for a very long time. I'm still a news reporter. But within that, it's like these parameters that they try to put around you. And so lately, I've just kind of been outside of those parameters and just kind of like, regardless if my nails are short or long, I'm still good at what I do. And it's been beneficial. Like, nobody has fired me yet, regardless if I have black hair or blonde hair. So that's just a note to be yourself. Moral of the story. One of my quotes by Brene Brown is either you walk inside your story and own it, or you stand outside your story and hustle for your worthiness. And so that's my moral of the story, is that right now we in a season where if you need to walk inside your story and you need to own it and stop walking outside of what you already know that you're capable of doing.
Love it. Appreciate that moral of the story. My moral of the story is different. I actually not even came up with something. I was actually thinking about something the other day, and I think it's more so for men because I actually hurt my wrist this week. And so, I was trying to make sure like, oh, is it better or anything? And I think it's more of when it comes to pain or it comes to hurt, it's like sometimes you don't heal. Sometimes you just have to make a conscious decision not to hurt anymore in order to make it through society. And I think a lot of times that's more so true for men, that you just kind of got to work through the pain in order for you to really survive until you get an opportunity in your life to, clean out the gutters of your heart and clean out some of the things that have bothered you in your life. So for anybody who's listening, I charge you to find your safe space. And your safe space is not necessarily always with people. So your safe space can be, it could be with family or it could be just with an activity. Find your safe space, find your sanctuary, do the work, and then become the best version of yourself. I know that sounds very cliche, but if you focus on yourself and you focus on being better, the good things will gravitate to you. And I firmly believe that. So, and I also want to mention this little nugget of information here is that June 10th makes 3 years. That's 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. 3 years. June 10th makes 3 years that the Soapbox Podcast has been alive and well. We are toddlers in this podcast game. June 10th is our anniversary date. And so for those who are listening, watching us on Soapbox, whether it's SoundCloud or Spotify or whatever, from Nigeria to London to the political
Portugal.
Actually, let me go ahead and can I start real quick? Because I think sometimes can I start real quick? Okay, let's do it because we have a lot of other grassroots podcasts, independent podcasts, or the Soapbox Podcast has broken in 3 years has broken 2 national stories. One has been the bunny. The other one has been the Keontae Johnson story, because anything I break, y'all break, we break. We've interviewed Val Demings, Congresswoman Val Demings, while she was actually being vetted for Vice President of the United States. Comedian Godfrey Kev on stage. We've had who else? We talked about mental health. We talk about wellness. We talk about self-care, self-love. We've talked about domestic violence awareness. We've talked about policy. We've interviewed different candidates. We've had former candidates for state attorney in the state of Florida, Sean Shaw, on the show. We've had candidates for sheriff on the show. We've had congresswomen. We've had elected officials. We've had Mayor Demings on the show. We've had who else have we? We've had celebrities. We've had all sorts of groundbreaking things. We've had different grassroots comedians that were on the show. We've also influenced other podcasts to even start, who have been on the show too as well. So y'all can thank us for that. Yes, we've also introduced and had other, not just political, but we have other entertainment podcasts. We talked about mental health. We talked about relationships. We've had different co-hosts that have come on and help us out and all those other good things. So in 3 years, it's not just about the viewership. It's about the quality of your podcast. And this podcast is quality because in 3 years, we venture to say, and I'm sure, we're probably jinxing ourselves. We've been looking to say, hey, anybody that's been on a podcast has never said they're never coming back because this is trash, right? They've come back. They say, yo, anytime you want us, we'll be here, right? And we're only going to go up. But this only works because we got folks who support us. And we don't need everybody at this point. We would love everybody. You're more than welcome. But the folks that do support us, we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. We're always going to continue to strive for better and more content, original content. And so for me, as I guess I would be deemed as the captain of the ship, I just want to say a a big thank you to my co-hosts, Alan, Jess Giovanni, Coach Giovanni, and Jesse, because to be honest with you, they're the driving engines of the Soapbox. I would not be able to do this show without y'all. When I say in the beginning, they're the best co-hosts that any host could ask for. I really fucking mean that shit. They are my family, not just for play on the Soapbox on Thursdays, but in real life. We actually go through things. We have, grown together as individuals. Y'all literally and figuratively watch me change and grow and mature. Well, not mature, but watch me grow on this podcast. The fact that they are committed, the fact that y'all come here every Thursday, or even when we have spontaneous interviews, like when we interview some TikTok people who have over 2-point-something million, almost 3 million followers on TikTok. Like, we're doing the damn thing, and we're going to continue to do the damn thing. And I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else, any other group of people, but besides you three. And so I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for believing in me, believing in this vision, and really your not only your love, but most importantly, your fucking loyalty, because both professionally and personally, it means that great of a deal to me. And so trust me, I think about you guys a lot individually and as a group in the collective of where we want to take this. And so I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart that you guys are with the Soapbox, active, and we're continuing to progress. And so we have some great things in store in the future. We're still building and growing as individuals and as a collective. But yes, 3 years, and this is even though we're still in our infancy stage of the Soapbox, I'm very proud of the things that we've accomplished as a collective and individually, and I can't wait for what the new year holds for us, year 4. So we'll call this our senior year of the Soapbox podcast. We got senioritis. So yeah, if I'll let y'all have anybody going to say anything else, y'all can, and then we can wrap.
I would just like to say that I'm happy to be a part of this podcast, and I love y'all. And we got some talented ass mofos in here. We got a rapper, Alan, who's gonna let me feature in one of his videos, or I'm gonna be in one of his.
We gotta let some dreams die.
We gotta
let some dreams die.
I'm about to personally pay for her services because I already know, I believe in her. I already know that she's gonna get me to where I need to be. So I am personally going to acquire her services, not pro bono, like these lawyers be doing or whatever, but like I'm going to put in my coins because I believe in her. And we got TJ Legacy Cole, which y'all already know, like he's the whole creator of this podcast. He's the whole creator of if y'all even follow him, y'all know that it's not just this podcast. He be writing his own articles for Florida. So y'all gotta check him out for real, because it's not just this podcast. Like, this podcast is just like minuscule compared to what he does, which is, what is the opposite of minuscule? Come on, my smart people.
Maximum. Maxicule. I just made that up.
Okay. Compared to what he does. All right. So I need y'all to just like believe in them as much as I believe in them, because let me tell you guys something. You guys might see us now as like a small little podcast, but let me tell you guys what's to come. And I know I said that in my moral of the story. The best is yet to come. Okay, then. Period. Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that. Oh, and another announcement. In the month of July, I will be speaking of that, and I appreciate that, Jesse, your kind words. The month of July. Oh, I want to make sure I get this in. Maya says she needs some services too, Giovanni. So hit Giovanni up on her DMs. Hit her up on her DMs, all right?
Maya got to take it.
Maya, trust me, Maya. Do it. I'm going to do it, girl. Do it. Do it with me.
Maybe go see Giovanni first. And then if Giovanni...
No, for sure. Seriously. No, seriously.
Yo, I will be returning to this Orlando Sentinel in July. Back to Central Florida 100. It's time for me to get out there in these streets and start talking this political thing back in the hometown again. I took some time off to do some other things, some sports stuff, but I will be back. So I'm gonna wait until the month of July. I know qualifying just ended, so yeah, we're out there. We're doing our thing, and we got some folks that are actually looking at this, have given us some affirmations about this podcast. So I know we are on the right track. And thank you for anybody who's actually been a guest on our podcast as well. We appreciate it. But yeah, go ahead, Alan, and just say y'all have anything. Me and Giovanni.
No, I'm good.
Okay, Alan, anything?
Appreciate y'all, Soapboxx Nation. Appreciate y'all. Keep rocking with us. We're gonna keep rocking with y'all. And love.
All right. So for Coach Giovanni, for Alan York, for Jesse, this is TJ Legacy. Year 3 of the Soapboxx Podcast. We are in our senior season. It's senior year, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not going anywhere. Peace.
Anything. Tell them what we talking about. Anything. Tell them what we talking about. Anything. Anything.